What's up? I think we're live. Let's see if the audio is working. I think it is. So I'm going to try to do something interesting today because I thought about doing research into the so-called Doximity stock, which just went on its IPO a few days ago. And I wanted to compare this with the TDOC stock. And I thought, well, I'm going to do research anyway, so why not just live stream it and see if that works out, if that is something that you might be interested in. So in this live stream, I'm just going to go into the Doximity stock, the Dox stock, DOCS. And later on, I'm probably just going to recap that within a smaller video, which I'm just going to be editing later on. But in this video, I'm just going to do some live research. I'm just going to pull up the screen over here. Let's see, I can still see myself, so that's good. Let's get rid of this. Actually, I'm going to share this. Let's see. I'm going to copy this to my Discord. By the way, if you want to join Discord, you can do so by going to nesami.com/Discord. Let's type in here that we are live for a surprise live stream. Just doing some testing to see if people are interested in seeing me doing live research. Going to do research into the Dox stock, Doximity. All right, I think that should be it. Good. Let's get rid of this for now. Let's get rid of this, and let's see if we are all Gucci to go. If you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions, or if the sound doesn't work well, or if the video doesn't work well, let me know. But I'm just going to do my thing, and I'm just going to do some research. I am going to pull up a clean Word document so that I can write down my thoughts. And those thoughts I'm later going to be creating a video based on those notes. So let's see. I actually also want to pull up. I actually should have what do you call it? I should have a third screen. Honestly, add a stream marker. I think I'm going to add a stream marker to see if that's stream marker added. Markers appear in the video editor. Yeah, just going to test a few things as well. Create highlight video. No, I don't think I want to do that. So I'm just going to go into the Dox stock and do some research. I've not done any research so far into the Dox stock just yet, so it's going to be completely from scratch. So you can see what kind of things I look at. Today it's actually down a little bit. It has been public for 3 days now, third day in a row. And on the first day, it went up quite a bit, 28% as far as I can see. And then it had a solid day of 5.6% afterwards. And right now it is declining a little bit. Let's check out what TDOC is doing right now. It is up for the day 2.4% up. So that is pretty solid. And I actually quickly want to check out some other stocks that I'm looking at. So Workhorse, wondering if Workhorse is going to have a short squeeze or not. CRISPR is coming back down. So yeah, it's probably going to fill the gap, but I'm not going to do anything there. So I'm just going to leave my position as it stands. And Lemonade, I'm thinking about taking some profits, but maybe later on this week. Depending on what the price action is going to do, but it does look like we are running into some resistance over here. Anyways, let's just get started, shall we? Let's pull up a few things. I'm going to pull up. Let's see. I'll pull up Market Beat. I'll pull up Yahoo Finance, Seeking Alpha, and Stock Tweets probably too, to see if we can find any information over there. And what else? I think that's going to be everything for now. I think so. So let's just do some research, shall we? Doximity. Okay, so what do we have over here? More than doubles in New York Stock Exchange debut, giving health tech company $9.4 billion market cap. Okay, so yeah, of course we need to check out the market cap. I also want to check out the price to sales ratio. What's up, Raleigh 008? Just subscribed. Welcome. Thank you very much for subscribing. And yeah, let me know where you're from, by the way. And are you interested in the Doximity stock? And if you have, by the way, suggestions for me to look at, to include in my video that I'm going to be creating later on, let me know. So I'm going to look at the market cap price to sales ratio. I want to compare that with TDOC, the market cap and also the price to sales ratio, and potentially some other metrics too. Here are the big winners. Look at that too. Valued at over 7 billion. Shows there's riches in niches or niches. Okay. I'll check out that too. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and type in Dox 2. Okay, Doximity. Here it says it has a market cap of 1.3 billion, so that is probably not entirely true if I have to believe the other stories, which of course changes things quite a bit already. Does it belong on your watch list? Well, maybe. Let's open that too, and let's open that too. Hopefully it's not going to lead to lag and me opening all these tabs. Hopefully not. Anyways, and let's go to Seeking Alpha and also type in Dox to see if we already have some reviews from analysts out there. Would be cool. Yes, we do. Okay, so we have one is bullish, one neutral, one neutral. All right, okay, let's open these two. Let's open those two, and let's go to stock tweets and also type in Dox. And by the way, let's also quickly check. Intelia is of course pretty hot today. Body, yeah, take a look at Body, by the way, if you're interested in stocks that might continue to do well. So I think, and I'm not sure if I'm lagging right now, but okay, so it is down for a little bit, but nothing too major. It's a little bit annoying that I can't see the entire stock chart, but whatever. I might actually swing trade this at some point, but I'm not entirely sure. Virgin Galactic is down. Okay, anyways, let's go to DOCS. Let's see if it's already on there. It does seem to be on there, so that's good. And what I usually do on stock tweets is I filter by links. And then I'm just going to find for interesting articles. And articles like this one, for example. I think we already have that one. Yeah, we already have that one too. In order to Silicon Valley and okay, let's open that. Yeah, okay. I also want to go to the website of Doximity. Let's just go to the website itself. Let's take a look. Medical network, where care comes together. Great. Easiest way to reach your patients. So it's basically like TDOC. I'm not sure what is their like unique selling point, or is there anything different with regards to versus TDOC? Well, that's something I want to know too. Okay. Proximity by the numbers. Millions of calls, 80% of doctors. Number 1 for clinicians. Okay, I want to go to the investors website for now. Potentially also pull up some documents from the SEC. Founded in 2010. Okay, founded 2010. It's already quite well. Leading digital platform for US medical professionals. Okay. Network includes over 80% of US physicians. That's a lot. That is quite a lot. And every medical specialty, really. Okay. Just going to copy paste some things into my document to later on use that for my video. Our mission is to help every physician be more productive and provide better care for their patients. So it looks like the focus is on the physicians instead of the patients for some reason, right? Yeah, well, okay, next sentence is, we are physicians first. Okay, makes sense. Putting technology to work for doctors instead of the other way around. Okay. That's interesting. So that could be their unique selling point then. Just going to copy paste that too. Let's see. Latest news. Yeah, we already know this kind of. No events scheduled. Okay, so we don't really have too much Information, SEC filings, we might need to take a look at that. Let's go there. No items matching your query. Let's actually pull up the website for the SEC. Let's go back here, resources, and let's go to the frequently asked questions. When did it go public? So just a few days ago, of course, on Thursday. Well, we do need to include that, of course. Public on Thursday, June 24th. What was the IPO price? So this is interesting, right? So they started out trading at $26 per share. And they are right now, let's go back to Docs. They are right now at 54, so they basically doubled within a few trading days. That's pretty sick. Who are the underwriters? Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all the big guys. Okay, fiscal year. Okay, so it's not the same to a calendar year. What is the mission? Yeah, okay, so it is dividends, no dividends. Latest company news, well, that's their own website. Yeah, but they don't have anything here just yet, right? We just checked that, so nope. Okay. The management board. Yeah, I might want to take a look at that too. Let's get rid of this. And do we want to check out this? Let's get rid of that. We might read that too. Do we know any of these people? I don't think so. That's an interesting name. Co-founder and CEO, co-founder and SVP. Is that like senior vice president or so? Kevin Spain, that's a good name. All right, let's go to his bio. So there are 3 co-founders. That's interesting. 3 co-founders. That is very interesting. Okay. Okay, well, okay. Let's see if we have, do you want to get into this already? I don't want to do a too deep of a dive, if you will, but let's see. I'm just going to write down the name, Jeff Tangney. He's the co-founder and CEO. Board of directors, physicians first. He co-founded something else, a mobile medical reference app. He worked as a healthcare investment analyst at Goldman Sachs. That's interesting. I'll write that down. It's cool. Healthcare investment analyst at Goldman Sachs. So that kind of leads me to think that he knows a thing or two about how companies or like how investors think. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't really care about the degrees. I'm just going to get rid of this. So we also have Sherry Buck, and she is the SVP of People and Operations Ops. Okay, head of product. Focusing on corporate marketing. And nothing too interesting, honestly. So I'll get rid of this. And we've got Nate Groves, and he is the Chief Strategy Officer. And he is an MD. That's like a doctor, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Okay, good. Get rid of this. Let's quickly go and see if we have any documents, like the S1, for example. Okay. So we have the S1 over here. Please the latest amendment to the S1, just 2 days before they went live, before they did their IPO. And let's check out the prospectus real quick. See if that's anything we want to talk about. I don't think this is Super relevant. Huh, this is like an investor presentation. Huh, that's interesting. I want to see if I get a better version of that Doximity investor presentation. Let's see if it's over here. Doximity overview. It's not over here. All right. Okay. Light share. Yeah, it's already this one. Don't really want this, so I think we just need to go with this one then, which is all right. And this is the so the prospectus is the okay. Gotcha. So they're offering 19 million shares. We anticipate that the initial public offering price will be between $20 and $23 per share, and they went live at $26 per share. Okay. Cool. We'll take a look at this. So we've already got quite a lot of information. I'm gonna go through all of these tabs, I think. I'm going to start out with this presentation to see if we have any interesting things that we want to talk about. Okay, lots of pictures. Yes, we know that. Actually want to copy this and create some notes with regards to this one. There are no page numbers, so that's a little bit annoying, but I want to check out our mission. I want to talk a little bit about that, but we already, well, can I? No, I can't copy that, so that's a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. We can talk about these numbers. And like 8% plus of decisions. 63 million telehealth visits. Okay. Net revenue retention rate of 153%. Interesting. And the growth. This is in revenue growth, I suppose? Yeah, it's in revenue growth. So they have 78% year-over-year growth. That's pretty solid. 78% year-over-year growth, 160 million to 207 million dollars. So we need to check out later on what their current exact market cap is, and then determine the price to sales ratio and compare it with TDOC. Prospectus summary. Yeah, okay. Not going to read through all of this, but that would take quite a lot of time. Strings, strategies. Okay, improve and innovate. That's always good. People, culture, values. Okay. So I'm kind of wondering what the total amount, is this the total amount of shares? I think so. If that makes sense, could be. It's quite a bit. I mean, if, let's say, if we have this many shares and the current price is this, then we are effectively looking at $10 billion in market cap. So let's actually, so the total amount of shares seems to be 178.2 million times price is about $10 billion in market cap. All right, okay. Use of proceeds. So they're raising quite a lot of capital, right? $460 million in in cash. Okay. Cash, 461 million raised in IPO. Good. So my eye, this is really random, but my eyelashes are really long, and sometimes these are like annoyingly intertwining, or whatever you want to call it. What's up, Paulo H. Rodrigues? Suppose you're Portuguese. Welcome. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Okay, so we have the revenue over here, and have a copy here. So that is, okay, I'm just going to copy this. And we will take a look at the revenue and revenue growth. Cost of revenue. Wow, the cost, holy, wow, what the hell? They have a massive, like, gross margin. They have a very solid gross margin. You take a look at, they have a gross profit of 175 well, let's actually type it out entirely. This is the gross profit, and the revenue is 206,897.0. So the gross margin is 84.9%. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Is that the same for TDOC? No, right? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Maybe it is, actually. Maybe it is. Because they do probably spend a lot on other operating expenses, but still, like, income from operations is still pretty solid. Net income. They have positive net income. Wow, okay, okay. So what's their EPS then? You might want to take a look at those too. Interesting, interesting. I think their EPS is this one. Very interesting. So revenue growth, cost of revenue, gross profit, and gross margin. And then also the percentages of R&D, of sales and marketing, of G&A. Very interesting. So a positive net income. I actually want to quickly take a look at TDOC to see what they did. Let's see. Let's go to the SEC again. Let's go to TDOC. TDOC. Oops. TDOC. Yes, there we go. And let's take a look at the 10Ks, and let's go here. And let's take a look at this one. Okay. Loss from operations, 62.6 million. Net loss, 73.7 or 74.2 million. And here we saw positive net income. Income from operations, 53 million. It's really interesting, by the way. Wow, that's honestly impressive in my opinion. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I suppose that's also the reason why they went up so much, right, after the IPO. I mean, well, I need to check out the price to sales ratio. I'm not entirely, well, if, okay, let's if the, because then it's actually, 10 million, right? That was the market cap. We divide that by 207 million. Wait, I didn't do, stop. Whoop, get rid of this. Come on, yes, there we go. Okay. So 10 million billion, and then divide that by 207 million. That's 48. That's of course not very cheap. So price to sales ratio of 48 if the market cap is actually 10 billion. Right. Because let's actually go to my document. I think TDOC is way like cheaper, if you will. Because TDOC has a market cap of 26 billion, so 2.6 times as large. But they have annual revenue of 1.8 billion. Is that correct? What the hell? Did we get rid? Wait. Yeah, I think 1.8 billion is based on 2021, though, in my estimates. Let's actually go back here. Let's go back to the SEC. Let's go to TDOC. I want to see their latest 10Q filing. 10Q. Financial statements, probably over here then. Yes, it is. So they had 453, 453, 675. This was the revenue in Q1 times 4 is this number. So TDOC is bringing in a lot of revenue, but they are not profiting from their operations. Huh. Well. It's kind of interesting, right? It's kind of interesting. How does that work? Honestly, very interesting. Just going to write a few things down. So TDOC, according to my documents, has a market cap of 26.2 billion market cap. Let's actually go to Yahoo Finance to see if Yahoo Finance agrees with us. TDOC. Come on. Yeah, 26.2 billion. And the basically expected 2021 revenue based on Q1 numbers is 1.8 billion, which gives you a price to sales ratio of 14.4x, which of course is way lower compared to Doximity's price to sales ratio. But on the other hand, like, Doximity is having a positive net income. That is funny. Okay. Yeah, I get this. So I want to actually get rid of a few documents for now. I want to bring this over here because I don't really think I want to. Do I want to look at more? Let's actually go back for a second. Probably not, honestly. Cash and cash equivalents. Yeah, well, that's going to be different after or in the next 10Q, of course. Risk factors. Yeah, I'm not going to look at all of that. That's going to take way too much time. Don't want to do a deep dive, that much of a deep dive. Use of proceeds. Question: growth milestones. Okay. Can we do anything from here? Don't really think so. Nah, not really. Not really. The net revenue retention rate is also pretty solid. Yeah, I might actually make a note on that too. Let's actually get rid. Wait, boom. That's what I want. And the net revenue retention rate. Might want to say a thing or two about that during the video too. Revenue, we talked about that. All the expenses. Adjusted EBITDA, a positive EBITDA, so that's solid, of course. Quarterly adjusted EBITDA, so it looks a little bit seasonal so far. I mean, you can see like Q1 is the lowest, Q2 higher, Q3 higher, Q4 highest. Should be in calls. Okay, it's just a random number from the US, usually scams. So it's interesting to see this, because this means that in Q1 it could be, okay, yeah, the fiscal year is of course way different for this company, because they already had a Q4 of 2021. So when does their fiscal year run exactly? Yeah, I think it was like April through March. I think it was something like that. Do I want to talk about this? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I think I'll actually put this back here so I can see more of my screen, because some people might be commenting, of course. Let's go back here. Just going to copy this so that I can find it later on and put that in my document. Oops, that's not what I want. That is what I want. Good. Okay, free cash flow. Yeah, positive free cash flow. I mean, investors are going to like that. They are going to like that. Net income, and that's free cash flow. Okay. Taking a sip of my water. Let's see. A letter from our founders. 3 founders. That's something you don't really see too often. Get stuff done, find the win-wins, promise. If you're investing, we hope it's in part because you believe we can make real and meaningful differences in everyday lives. Yes. Aspire to be world's largest physician-owned technology company. Reserved share program? Not sure if I want to dive into that, but could be interesting. Business. Did I already write down that they have 1.8 million medical professional members? Yeah. Good. Business model, challenges, telehealth, tools. Don't really care too much. Profiles. Okay. I think for the video for today, we're just going to be focusing a little bit more on the numbers instead of the actual business. Although we'll include a few things. It's pretty cool. Let's see. We have options. There's a free version 2. Okay. All right. Interesting. Intellectual property. If you want to check that out, go ahead. I'm not going to dive into that right now. Mr. Spain. Must be cool to have a name like that. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of this. I think I have the most important information already. Let's see if we're going to find anything over here. Or is this exactly the same as we have been looking at right before? I think it is, right? Seems to be the case. I wonder if there's like a separate separate link for this presentation. Like, where is it, you know? I'm gonna try to look for it one more time. Maybe this one? Nope. Also IPO. Doctors will get allocation, really? Funny. No, it's probably not. Okay. So I can get rid of this, and let's go to website over here. Let's go through these articles. Doximity CEO ignored Silicon Valley wisdom and built a $10 billion health tech company. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. So he owns $2.9 billion stake in the company. So he's really invested in the company. He's got like 29% of the company. So that makes you think that the other, it's probably in this document actually, but was it? Probably potentially over here. We do see that he has 3.7 million shares, if I'm not mistaken. Not entirely sure, not entirely sure. That makes sense, by the way. The current price, let's see, 2900,123,123 divided by 55, basically. 57 million, what the hell? I'm not sure, not sure. I'll just use this source. I did resist some of the Silicon Valley wisdom of you need to go big, you need to hire 40 more salespeople and do all of these things. Let's actually mark this, highlight this. So we did have another company, Epocrates or whatever you want to call that, but it was a disappointing acquisition for less than 300 million. So he did sell it for like 300 million, right? Don't raise too much money. What? Don't burn too much cash. It's a real problem for doctors. Makes sense? Yeah, we already have this information, but well, let's maybe use it. Raising around 500 million, is that consistent with what we have written down? 461 million? Yeah, I guess. Its last financing round in 2014 valued the company at under 400 million. So it went like 25x. Is that correct? Yeah, 25x in 7 years. Solid. This is actually funny. Tangy said that because Doximity is profitable, it still hasn't touched the $50 million it raised 7 years ago. So what are they going to use the money for? What are they? It's probably in the the filing, the SEC filing. What are they using the money for? It's actually really funny. I think we can potentially look at that if we look for proceeds. Use of proceeds, exactly. That's what I want. 461 million. Working capital. Fund our growth strategies. Well, let's see. Just working capital growth. To acquire or invest in, okay, so potentially acquire other companies or like solutions or technologies or whatever, but no agreements. Cannot specify. They should put it in Bitcoin. Just kidding. Oh, you could. Cannot specify with certainty particular use. Okay. Pending the use, we plan to invest in short-term and intermediate-term interest-bearing obligations. Boring. Investment-grade investments. Oh my god. Put it in Bitcoin. Live a little. Let's actually add that Bitcoin. Oh my lord. Revenue from drug makers. Generates revenue from drug makers who use the site to market treatments to a very targeted audience, and health systems looking to promote content to doctors across the country. Okay. Okay. Not inclined to pay for branding. Cool. Doximity's advertising budget for last fiscal year totaled 2.6 million, or roughly the amount Uber spends on an average day. Okay, I like that. Kind of funny. I think I said the best advertising has come from doctors touting the product. This is good. I like that. Honestly, I do like that, because if you can create a network effect, and this is something I'm going to try to do myself too, you know, to make sure that the people are spreading your ideas instead of having to market yourself, having to pay a lot for advertising. This is like the best you can basically get. Generated to over 200 million in revenue and produce over 50 million in net income. I mean, it's solidly, it's kind of impressive. Apart from the valuation, which right now seems to be a little bit lofty with the high price to sales ratio. But like, I mean, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Okay, don't really care about the history though. Yeah, I don't really care about this. Marching toward a goal. I wasn't having as much fun. When you're not in a place of loving what you do, you're not doing your best work. I agree. Okay. You used to laugh at how Apple it was? What? Yeah, okay. At the time, Tangy was not at all focused on revenue, but rather pursuing an approach more akin to consumer internet startups, trying to build a big base of engaged users with the hope that money would eventually flow. Yeah. It's funny, right? Because so many people are doing it the other way. They are just pushing a lot of money into advertising, and then they hope to get a following. But this is pretty epic, honestly. Trying to build, yeah, I like that. That's what I want to do myself too. That's what I want to do myself too. Just trying to see if there's anything else that's interesting. Basically scanning or skimming through the text. Also, this guy owns a pretty big stake. Spain. The Spain dude. Oh, I love it. Wait. Wow. This is interesting too, right? They allocated up to 3.5 million shares to the doctors on the platform, which is 15% of the offering. So the price jumped, went 2x, and the value of shares went from 91 million to over 195 million. How are they getting paid out though? Are they like, do they own the shares or anything? Or I wonder what happens there. Let's see. So doctors received portion of shares. How paid out? Question mark. Or do they own shares? Question mark. I like the like philosophy behind this guy's. I like the way he thinks. You know, I like the way he thinks. I wonder if, honestly, this is interesting for me too, as a as a person who's trying to build a business. Like, give a percentage of your company to your followers or whatever. You know, it's pretty cool. That'd be nice. Actually, going to pull up my to use this for a second. Nope, that's actually not what I want. I want. Wait. I need this one over here. This is my long-term plan. So very secret information. No, it's not. You can know. You can get anything you want. I'm transparent. Let's see. I'm actually going to write that down. Give percentage of company to followers somehow? Question mark. It's pretty funny. Okay. Let's see. What else? Okay, cool. So we've done that. Let's put it over there. Let's get this one. Good, keep rising. This is on Forbes. Sip on my water. And profitable for many years. Basically a copy of what we have already seen, I think. Since Doximity now gets most of its revenue from ads. Really? Okay. Interesting. Celebrate the journey. Enjoy the journey. Okay. We generate revenue from 3 sources. We offer marketing solutions to healthcare providers, which is the source of most of our revenue. Marketing solutions to healthcare providers. What does that mean exactly? One of our clients offers a leukemia therapy for children that's 80% effective. We market that service, and new patients provide a return on the investors in our service. This is honestly potentially even something for my girlfriend. I mean, this could be interesting for her too. We also offer hiring solutions, and we added a telehealth solution that is like Shopify, which helps healthcare providers to digitize. This is a few percentage points. Okay. I don't really 100% get the first part. Marketing solutions. So this is like the ads they were talking about later before over here. So one of the clients offers a therapy. They market that service, and the patients, well, they pay for that. So I suppose they simply market the products from the physicians and get like a commission for that, I suppose. That sounds like basically what they do. Marketing and sales expenses low through a reference selling model. Yeah. Yeah, it's honestly pretty good. mark that too. We got profitable sooner than expected. I like the title of your book, Disciplined Growth Strategies, which I have not read. There's an idea out there that you have to choose between growth or squeezing EBITDA. Okay. Forecasting a decade of fast growth. No hurry to spend its IPO proceeds. We will not bet the farm. We will not acquire for revenue. Okay. Our largest customer provides us $24 million in revenue, 80% more than in 2020. The proceeds are mattress money. We might use it to acquire. Oh, that's interesting. Acquire. So like hire simply more people? That's a funny word, by the way. Betting a considerable amount. Ah, okay. So the physicians are betting a considerable amount. 15% of Doximity shares were reserved for doctors in the network. Over 10,000 physicians participated in the offering, purchasing up to 24,000 worth of shares. Wasn't that like 24 million or so? Let's see. What did I write down? Where are my notes about that? Yeah. Reserved, but purchasing up to 24,000 worth of shares. I'm not entirely sure about that. Because, like, I mean, well, and it's 15. If 15% of the newly issued shares, of course. So basically, let's actually, they raised $461 million in cash. 15% of that. Sorry, wait. Times 0.5, $69 million. And it basically, what the hell? I'm not entirely sure. I'll look at that later on when I have a clear head. Next, potential TDOC killer. Its main value proposition. TDOC's struggle is Doximity's opportunity. Yeah, Doximity is valued expensively. Wait for the IPO craze to cool down. I think I would agree with this in general. Because, I mean, if you look at the price to sales ratio, it definitely is on the high end, you know? Well, it's very high, especially if you compare it to TDOC. Yeah, it is. Real potential leader struggling to gain traction. Yeah. But the thing is, TDOC is looking more at customers, and Doximity is looking at physicians, you know? So I'm not entirely sure if Doximity is like going to dethrone TDOC, as they call it over here, because it seems to me that they are compatible, right? That two can exist at the same time. Doctors and proximity. Yeah, we already know that. Company's faring well internally. Glassdoor rating of 4.7, one of the highest I've seen for a public company. Interesting. Strong leadership and company culture. Uh-huh. Yeah. Revenue generating customers, healthcare customers. Marketing solutions enable healthcare customers to tap into Doximity's vast network of professionals and market their products or services to them. Yeah. Okay. Dialer. Just going to go through this a little bit quickly. TDOC struggle. Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. Profitability, exactly. Bulls may argue that TDOC is foregoing profitability for future growth, which is somewhat true. Doximity's financials are far more superior. Well, yeah, for sure. Already profitable, we knew that. Doximity has one. We looked at that too. It's very profitable. Yeah, it is. Zero debt too. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Why didn't they do a direct listing? They don't need the money, exactly. Hmm. Yeah, price to sales ratio 48x as we calculated too, which is incredibly expensive. Yeah, that's basically my conclusion of what I have seen in the past hour or so. That so far it seems to be a great company, but the valuation is super rich. So if this goes down back to like 26 per share, then it could be an opportunity. But so far it does seem to be expensive. Current share prices seem to be too frothy to merit a bullish rating. I'll wait for the IPO craze to dwindle down. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Riyado Sofian. That's a cool name. Cool name. Let's see if we can find some more information over here. Forward sales multiples. Yeah, we know this. We know that. Here it says the company raised $494 million in gross proceeds. What's up, Tarsha Mohanat? Just subscribed. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. If you have any more suggestions, by the way, on things to look at for Doximity, let me know. Let me know. I'm just doing some live research for the people who haven't really seen the beginning of this live stream. What I'm doing here is I'm just doing some quick, basically quick research into Doximity. I have not looked at this company before, and we have just been looking at it for 1 hour now, more or less. And I've written down some notes. I'm going to be using these notes, and I'm going to be using these articles to put together a video later on about this company. And right now I'm just doing the research live to show you what kind of things I'm looking at, how I do research, where I get my information from, and basically what things I believe are important or could be important to look at. But again, if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the chats. The year which ends in March. Yeah, exactly. $20 sales and 75 times reported operating profits, yet the company is able to post profits unlike many recent technology IPOs. Exactly. While this looks compelling given the growth and profit margins, a great deal of the immediate appeal has been gone with shares now trading at $43 and change. Following this move, it rose to $7 billion on an intraday basis, valuation at 26 times annualized revenues, and a near 9. Yeah, exactly. Shares look too expensive here now. Yeah, exactly. I see the potential which made me initiate a tiny position. This nominal position is meant as a watch function. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? A watch function? Okay. Very interesting. Did we get any information? No, nothing new, I think. So the numbers with regards to how many cash or how much cash they raised seems to be a little bit. Some people say 460 million. Some people say that it was more. I'm kind of messing up my lamps over here. I need to sit a little bit. That's the way I want to sit. Good. So we don't really know if it's like 460 million or 500 million. Well, somewhere in between 450 and 500 million. Quick take. Land and expand. We already talked about their marketing strategy, of course. Yeah, I never really know exactly what the net revenue retention rate means, but here it says how much additional revenue is generated over time from each cohort of customers. So you figure over 100% means that the company is generating more revenue from the same customer cohort over time, indicating good product market fit and efficient sales and marketing efforts. Right. Let's we'll mark that, highlight that. CAGR of 10.7%. Oh, the entire market. Okay. That makes sense. How come TDOC is not in here? What? Gross margin, yeah, super high. It's incredible. Free cash flow, we know that. Intends to raise 501 million. Okay. There we go, TDOC. Ah, this is interesting. I'm kind of laughing at the EPS, the earnings per share, but yeah, makes sense. But we kind of know this already. Firm is seeking a lower EV to sales ratio at IPO. Okay. So basically, I could potentially use this. Actually, go back to the charts. Let's actually quickly have a small little intermezzo. So Xpeng is moving back upwards. Workhorse had a nice move to the upside. Peaked at $18 and then went back down. TDOC is actually moving up while Doximity is moving down. Stem is moving down. I took some profits. Yeah, I made a video about that, so check it out, but mainly because of bullish and bearish divergence. Might take some profits in Lemonade potentially this week. I think we're going to see bearish divergence here too. Price action making higher highs and the RSI making lower highs probably. EHang is moving. That's good to see. Very good to see. CRISPR has come down and ChargePoint has a pretty solid day too. And these are down. Let's quickly go to crypto. Yeah, okay. Ooh, Aave is doing nicely. But yeah, kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Anyways, let's go back to DOCS. And let's go to this next article. What's up, Cesar? Howdy, long time no stream. Yeah, so I'm doing something really weird potentially. But what I'm doing is I'm just doing live research. I'm just doing like live research to do a video later on about Doximity versus TDOC. So it's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. Long time no see indeed. I'm going to be streaming on Thursday too, probably, because I'm going to do my monthly live stream about my portfolio, but that's just going to be a regular live stream. Very happy with my genomics today. Yeah, unfortunately, I only have 50 shares of Intelia. Yeah, great moves, right? I only have CRISPR technologies myself, but yeah, had an awesome move. K-Chen says, do you still believe in TDOC industry will still boom once COVID is over? Yes, I do think so. I believe that TDOC has already been doing well for the last couple of years, and just like this company too, this company has been doing well for many years now too. And I think the overall move from seeing your physician in real time, in real life, to seeing them online or seeing them via your phone or your laptop or your computer is something that's going to be staying for sure. I think a large percentage of the regular visits with your physician could be done online, which is going to save time, which is going to save you money. And I don't think that's going to go over once COVID is gone. So yes, I do think the industry of telehealth is going to stay here. What do you think, Kei-chan? What do you think? Okay, this is not really useful. Still holding TPGY, says Gilles Achterberg. You Dutch. I am still holding TPGY, are you? Still holding all of my shares. Looking forward to seeing if it's going to work out or not, but so far I think the expected value is positive. They saw it raising gross proceeds of 494 million. So 494 million. We just don't know exactly. Okay, I will buy the dip. Yo, I love that. Don't make any decisions based on what I think. I could be completely wrong, okay? So this is not financial advice. But yeah, do I think that TDOC is going to go higher in the future? Yes, I do think so. Does Cathie Wood think so too? Yes, they do think so too. I'm not going to talk about all the other stocks, by the way. I'm just going to talk about TDOC and Doximity. But yeah, Cathie Wood is kind of bullish on TDOC. They have been accumulating and they are hodling. And they are basically holding a TDOC in like 4 ETFs. Like, they don't have docs, right? Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, I honestly do think it's going to be fine. And it has a relatively low price to sales ratio. Steven says Bark. Yeah, I'm not going to look at Bark right now, but I can imagine is down according to your sad emoji. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Yeah, we don't really need that. Does Doximity belong on your watch list? Motley Fool. The Motley Fool. Welcome to Industry Focus. Today is Wednesday, June 16, and I'm your host, Emily Flippin. Oh, Kachan says, gives $2. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. That was definitely not needed, but honestly, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. TDOC is getting close to green for me. 35 shares at 182. Go TDOC. By the way, in my modest opinion, I believe TDOC will soar to the moon. Love that. Jille Zachterberg, I'm Dutch indeed. Your accent gave it away too. Yep, sorry. Hopefully it's not a horrible accent. But I can also talk like this with a real Dutch accent, and then it gets a little bit more, you know, a little bit more ugly. So I'm just going to go back to my regular accent. Oh boy. The Facebook of healthcare providers. Huh. Could be a good intro. Could be a good intro. The Facebook of healthcare providers. Facebook of healthcare providers. Or a LinkedIn. I'm going to take a sip on my water. I like it so much better than the Honest Company's mission statement, which I think was the last mission statement we talked about. What do you think about my mission statement? By the way, and go to nesami.com/mission. I'm just working on this page, so the people in here are going to get the very first vision of this. But yeah, maybe check out nesami.com/mission to check out my current mission statement. I'm going to be revising this one. It's not done yet. And I'm not, I don't really have, well, it is live, but no one knows it's live apart from you, like 8 people in the chat. Are you living outside of the US right now? Yes, I am. I live in the Netherlands. I am from the Netherlands. I'm not American by all means. I am not. I'm a TDOC shareholder. Wait, what scared him? Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true, that's true. We do need to keep in mind that the bump in revenue, let's see, where is it in my notes? Revenue growth, keep in mind COVID. Because of course COVID has very likely led to more visits and more revenue But yeah, I think it's going to continue to be that case anyway, so. Anyways. How are they making money? Yeah, exactly. Monetize their doctors, their users is a product category they just call marketing solutions. Fees that are paid primarily by pharmaceutical companies to push out advertising campaigns to get their information in front of doctors. Yeah. Asking because I'm curious how much tax you need to pay if you make money from trading stocks. In the Netherlands, we are not taxed on the trades. We are taxed on the what do you call them? Our net worth, if you will. So they look at your net worth, and based on your net worth, like each year, they determine what is your net worth based on, I believe, the 1st of January, and you are taxed on those numbers, so not on the trades. So I can trade whatever I want, and I'm not going to be able to, or they're not going to tax me on those trades. Oh my god, Cesar. Thank you, man. Adding to VACQ. I'm going to need to add a, wait, I'm going to add a share. Because I remember myself thinking a few days ago, actually. Let's actually see. A few days ago, I remember thinking, oh, if Cesar ever donates to me again, I'm going to have to buy one more share. So, thanks, man. What was your note, by the way? Or is it safe to start a TDOC position? I already own a TDOC. I speak a little of Afrikaans still. Really, that's awesome. You speak like what, 10 languages? Oh my god. Let's see. I'm logging into my brokerage to basically, let's see, here we go. So that's not what I want, but okay, whatever. whatever. Let's see, VACQ, portfolio, and it's the smallest position I have, of course. I'm going to buy another share. Here we go. There we go. Yay, I've got another share of VACQ. So I kind of want to trim my eliminate position, by the way, because it's, well, it's getting a little bit higher than I want it to be. Anyways. Oh my god. But yeah, I do own TDOC. It's one of my, well, not largest positions, but a relatively fine position. Somewhere in the middle, I think. Anyways. Marketing is a major source of revenue, but it's not the only one. A niche offering. Okay, yeah, we know that. And just fine under initial investment, we know that. Mode of business, we talked about that. Pinpoint a moat, it would definitely be the network effect. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Let's go back to my notes. So the USB network effect of basically physicians, right? I can't spell anymore. Physicians. There you go. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. This seems to be, honestly, I do think it is like the Facebook or LinkedIn of healthcare providers. And I like it. I like it. Regulatory risks? Okay, yeah. The CEO and founder here is already rich. Love it. A little bit of a yellow flag was their CFO. She's only 31 years old, relatively new hire. She has no prior accounting experience. Yeah, do I care? Not really. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about like Cesar is going to like this. I don't really care that she has like a not a BA and an MA in finance or so. See, I don't let someone's age or experience necessarily dictate much. Exactly, that's my point too. Yeah, I don't really care. I'm such a skeptic. Sounds like a fun interview or like talk. How big is the opportunity? Management says it's 18 billion. This says, I speak 3 languages, but you jump to the conclusion that I speak French and Swedish, as I told you that I am Portuguese, Swedish, and French blood, and was born in Mozambique. Lived in South Africa for 20 years. Pretty insane, man. I really like that. I really like that. Personally, I lived in the Netherlands, Belgium, Spain. Those 3 countries. And I speak Dutch, English, Spanish, Frisian, which is also a language within the Netherlands, a little bit of French and a little bit of German, but yeah, I probably would say 4 languages. Don't care about academic accolades. I care about results. Exactly, me too. Results are pretty good for this company so far, so. Okay, I think I've got enough from this too. We just went very quickly through this, but yeah, a few things we have marked off, which we'll use in the video of later. Riches and niches. I always say niches, so then it doesn't work out because you can't say riches and niches, but whatever. Facebook dominates social networking, but Doximity and its $7 billion initial public offering shows there's more room for more specialist clubs. So like that's a question, by the way, too, right? Because if they already have 80% of US physicians, they have to go abroad, right? They have to. Where do I have it? Yeah, exactly. 80% of physicians, of US physicians, that is, US. So have to go abroad in order to grow more. %80 of his revenue comes from ads paid by pharmaceutical firms and hospitals. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's, yeah, we already know that. Okay, that was short. That was short. I'm actually going to have a quick toilet break and get some water. So I'm going to be back in a few minutes, okay? Be right back. And don't do anything stupid. On my way. And we're back. And we're back. H-Chan says, have a nice cup of coffee. I only drink coffee once a day. And apart from that, I only drink water. I'm a healthy, fit boy. Let's see. Okay, cool. Got some water. It's not whiskey, or it's not a, what do you call it? A vodka. All right, let's see. Let us see if we can get some more new information. The doctor shares are not subject to lockup restrictions. Okay. Makes sense. Oh, that was short too. That was short too. What the hell? We noticed that you might be using an ad blocker. Yes, I do. So I'm not able to... okay, well, that's unfortunate. Here are the big Confluent Doximity IPO winners. Okay, whatever. Bye. Doximity more than doubles in New York Stock Exchange debut. $9.4 billion market cap. Founded in 2011? I thought it was 2010. Is it really whiskey? Hell no. I don't live in Russia. Or, well, there they drink vodka. No. Just 100% water. TDOC is actually making a move today. 4% up. And EHang is making a move too. And ChargePoint is making a move too. CRISPR still back. Ooh, Workhorse is moving too. Some stocks are definitely moving. XBang is moving. Very interesting. Let's go back to Docs to see what they do. They're a little bit more up today, or a little bit more up too. And went down a little bit, now back up. Okay. All right. Pretty good day for the portfolio. STEM is selling off a little. I do think we could see some potential lower price action. I'm not going to talk about STEM too much, but yeah, I made a video about that. So if you want that video, check it out. But I basically took a portion off of my position because it was getting a little bit too large, and I felt that we were going to have a pullback based on technical analysis and valuation. XBang is making moves for real. It's interesting. Anyways, Docs. Okay, let's check this. Yeah, so founded in 2011. I kind of wonder Doximity, like history, I guess. The company was founded or launched in March 2011. Okay. So I should go to the website of Doximity then. And let's see, company. We're the #1. We take care. Medicine is a team sport. Ooh, holy crap. Whoa. That's a lot of pictures. That's a lot of pictures. So don't I have any information about the company? Like when it was founded and stuff like that? Maybe all the way down here. Company. Investors. Something like that. Let's check out. Now we already looked at this. And where are the frequently asked questions? Learn more. Nope. Whatever. I think it's going to be 2011, probably. Wait, here. Investor frequently asked questions. When was the IPO price? Year, mission. Latest company news. Okay, I think it's going to be 2011 instead of 2010. Tesla to 700 today and TDOC to at least 180. Huh. Imagine. Maybe. Maybe. The company that describes itself as the LinkedIn for doctors. Really? Really? Okay. By allowing pharmaceutical companies to promote drugs and treatments. Yeah, exactly. And by giving medical recruiters a central place to find. Yeah, exactly. Telehealth is a new business. Okay. In May 2020, the company added video. Huh. Cool. So it's interesting, right? Because he says that 80% of the physicians are on the network, as we know. And we also know that they say that they have at least a decade of what we consider high growth. So where are they going to grow then? Are they going to go to other countries or what? I haven't really seen anything about that. They mention growth and stuff like that, but they don't say we're going to go to Europe to put our stuff over there, to offer our stuff over there. Doximity is supplementary of TeleDoc, I feel. Yeah, I think so too, honestly. I think so too, because Doximity seems to be focusing so much on the physicians and TeleDoc more on the well, customers, like patients, you know? So I honestly do think it is supplementary, and it is not really a real competitor, if you will. So I think it is supplementary too. I'm actually going to write that down. Thank you for saying that, by the way. Supplementary. The circumstances that have accelerated the growth of our business stemming from the effects of the COVID pandemic may not continue in the future. Yeah. Right. So I suppose that this means that the highest number that one physician bought of shares is 24,000. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Highlight this too. Well, we already highlighted it in some other place, but might use this one instead. George Chris, what's up? Hi man, do you know why SoFi is down in the last few days? No, I don't really know. Well, do I know? Well, I don't really know, but I'm not going to talk about other stocks right now. I'm just going to look at Doximity. So I'm not sure. But I believe it had to do something with the lockup period. Growth stocks. SPACs probably. No, I don't know. I don't know. If you want to join the Discord, by the way, nesami.com/discord. Okay. All right. I think we have gone through all of the documents. And I think we already have... So I've got some random notes over here. Some random notes that I'm going to be using to put together a video right after I close this stream. But I'm going to be using all of this to come up with a video of like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. To see if we can have a nice little summary of all the information we have been taking a look at today. right. Let's do like 5 minutes of a little bit of general talk. Then I'm going to open my curtains and enjoy a little bit of light, because it has been a little bit dark for the last 1.5 hours. But it's been kind of interesting, honestly. It's been kind of interesting to do a live research into a stock, have some people around. So I might do that at other moments too, because the thing is, it's quite interesting. I think I'm using my time a little bit more efficiently too, because right now in basically 1.5 hours, I've done all the research that I want to do for the video of today, which probably is a little bit less than what I usually do. But that probably also has to do with that I do stuff in between instead of just focusing on the research for 1.5 hours. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Let me know if you I don't know, liked it or don't really like it, because I mean, there's not a lot of people here, and I kind of understand that people don't really want to watch me for hours and hours looking at information, because it's not really interactive either, right? It's basically just a way to see what I do in order to do research on a new stock that I don't know anything about. But yeah, still, just wanted to try it. Let's go through the portfolio very quickly to see if there's anything interesting that I want to talk about. Charge point is in the blue box of resistance, so let's see if it can pop out of that blue box to the upside. CRISPR had that move actually right at the resistance level. EHang had a pretty good day, but I'm wondering why that is actually. I wonder why that is. Let's actually go to stock tweets. I really enjoy this, says Steven. That's awesome to hear, man. That's awesome to hear. Thank you for that. I want to check out EHang to see if there are any links. Is this a new video? No, it's not. Total addressable market is right now 9 trillion. Don't really think there's any news about EHang, so probably a regular bump to the upside. Workhorse stock is set to come back from post office loss. Positive sentiments. Okay. So nothing too major. Lemonades. Yeah, we might honestly top out here. I want to take a little bit of profits in my lemonade position, because it's right now my largest position by, well, not by far, but by quite a bit. And I want to trim a little bit of profits, because I've been accumulating quite a bit over here, I suppose. Because I did think that, well, it seemed to be undervalued. Well, not entirely undervalued, but like I wanted to add more to my position. And right now it's back to being a little bit overvalued, I would say. So I wouldn't mind taking a little bit of profits off of the table. STEM, I already took some profits, as you might know. TDOC up 4%. Is actually going above the current level of resistance. So that's pretty good. I can definitely see this moving back to the 200 EMA, more or less at 184. Let's see if we can go back all the way there. Indicator still looking good. TPGY, still no news. Tesla, pretty good day. Indicators looking solid. I do think we're going to go back to potentially $707, which is the last level of resistance. Ag Eagle, relatively sideways. Upwork, let's see if this is able to crush above the resistance or not. So far we might see a short-term pullback. But still, the valuation of Upwork is still very interesting. If you had massive volume on Friday, not sure why, but okay. Lots of volume. Not sure if this was like selling volume, because we did have a red day, so not sure. Workhorse, nice move to the upside. I'm wondering if we're going to see a short squeeze in Workhorse or not. Let's see if that's going to happen. And Xpeng, I might sell out of my entire position at some point in the future to have some more cash, because this was basically meant as a kind of like a swing trade. somewhere in between a swing trade and a long-term trade. But yeah, at some point I'll sell out of this. I also need some more cash. I'm going to, I'm probably going to buy a car, which I freaking hate buying a car. I've never owned a car. I'm 30 years old, never owned a car in my life. Because it's not like stocks. Cars don't appreciate over time. Cars lose value over time. So that's why I hate buying a car. But yeah, I kind of need it. So I'm probably going to need some money for that. Let's check out crypto real quick. So altcoin's doing really well today. That's not sure if it's surprising, but kinda. Bitcoin is flat almost. Ethereum having a great day. It's going to have a very beautiful closure today, probably. Very nice, actually. Very nice. So very nice. Indicators are moving back to the upside, so I like that too. Link is a little bit boring. Aave is doing pretty well too. A little bit like Ethereum. Polkadot, a little bit more neutral. Chiliz, more neutral. Let's see, Compound is going back up, just like Aave, and Kusama is going back up too, 17%. Nice. Very nice. Oh, isn't the auction going to... No, tomorrow, right? Yeah, I think the auction is going to end tomorrow. Okay. Can you please do a quick dive into GLBE, please? Been so bullish since IPO and riding the 180 EMA, very clean. Shopify invested in them. Business model is very interesting. So I'm not going to dive into the fundamentals of the company. Whoa. Okay. So yeah. That's an interesting chart. It's a good chart. Buy a Tesla and you won't be... yeah, I'm not going to dive into the fundamentals because I definitely need the time today to make the video for later today. I can't really dive into that. But yeah, chart looks good so far. So unless, I think if we start closing daily candlesticks below the 8 daily exponential moving average, which is this yellow line over here, then I might consider a potential pullback. But so far it's looking very good. I'm not sure how expensive it is. I'm not sure what their revenue is, but the market cap seems to be 8.5 billion. Buy a Tesla and you won't be sorry. Yeah, it's a little bit above my what do you call this, budget. I'm hoping to get my mate in Germany, Model Y next year. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I wish I could get a Model Y or like a Tesla, but it's not really within my budget. I'm going to be driving probably a cheap car for a few years. Hopefully have this business doing a little bit better in a few years' time. And then potentially buy a kind of like an electric car that could drive me around autonomously so that I can drive and work at the same time. Potentially. Model Y, yeah, that would be awesome. Does stem in support position? What do you mean exactly? I'm not sure. Do you mean like support with regards to technical analysis? Because if so, not really. I think it's more against resistance, honestly, and that is also the reason why I sold a little bit of my stem position. Took some profits. If you want to know why, check out my video that I released last week, I think, about stem. I took about just like 9% of my position off to take some profits, because I had been accumulating around this region at around $20 on average, but yeah, added some around $17, $18 too. And that had gone up, basically doubled. So yeah, I needed to, or I wanted to take some profits. So with regards to technical analysis, no, it's not in the support position right now. I still think it has some more downside to go. Especially if you look at the indicators. RSI had multiple drives of bearish divergence. RSI is now trading below the exponential moving average. EMA is also starting to trend to the downside. This could be interpreted as a sell signal, and MACD is having a fresh cross to the downside. So I think we are going to see more of a correction, and I think we could potentially go back to like $29 because of the 55 EMA and also because of the lower side of the Bollinger Bands. But of course, that's not financial advice, and that's not, well, what is going to happen, but it could happen, and I'm leaning towards more downside than upside in the next coming trading days and potentially even weeks. But that's just my opinion and my technical analysis. Doesn't mean that it has to be that way. It could be that tomorrow STEM is going to go to $40 and then everything is is going to be negated. Steven says, thanks for that. I hope you take a look into it when you get a chance. Probably not, honestly. No offense or anything, but I really need to spend time on the things that matter for me right now. I have a lot of things to do. I'm juggling like 10 different balls in the air. Balls, or what do you call those? I'm juggling 10 different things in the air at the same time, and I kind of need to focus on not dropping them all. So I don't really have a lot of time for additional stocks to look at, honestly. So I'm sorry for that, but yeah, that's basically just the way it is. Amazing growth. Okay, that's awesome. Cool. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to be creating the video. So you'll see that video later on today, which is going to be in more or less 6 hours, 5.5 hours. But I'd like to thank you for being here for this experimental live stream, if you will, where I did all the research of the video that I'm going to be releasing later on today. So let's see if that video could be interesting for other people to watch. Thanks again. Hopefully see you in the next one. I'm probably going to be live on Thursday too, to talk a little bit about my portfolio and my business and the things I'm so busy with, all those 10 things that I'm juggling in the air. So that's going to be on Thursday probably, and hope to see you there. Steven says no worries. Oh, that's very good to hear, Steven. Thank you very much. Okay, hope to see you in the next one.